back to the Home Healthcare Today show, brought to you by Meridian Health Plan in Michigan. Well, hey, we're a few weeks into the new year, and of course, we have to think about Healthy Weight Week. This is National Healthy Weight Week. Here's a key stat. More than 1 in 3 Michigan adults are living with obesity. And our state ranks among the 23 highest in the nation. But today, we're going to be a part of the solution. Meet our guest, Angela T. Moorer. With years of experience in the mental and physical health industry, integrative health expert Angela T. Moorer has helped countless individuals strengthen their minds and bodies through an integrative health approach, using proven therapeutic interventions, effective exercise methods, and healthy lifestyle strategies. Angela holds several degrees, licenses, and certifications in counseling, nutrition, sociology, business, exercise, and performance enhancement. Angela is the founder and CEO of The Body Principle, which provides integrative health presentations, workshops, mental health counseling, and integrative health coaching to organizations and school systems. Angela is also the founder and CEO of Empowered by Angela, which provides education, information, and resources to empower individuals to achieve mental and physical health and overall well-being. Angela, welcome back to the Home Healthcare Today show.
I'm happy to be here today. Thank you so much for the invitation.
Oh, glad to have you back, Angela. So as we think about those New Year's resolutions that a lot of us had, and now we're a few weeks into it, I fell off the wagon. And I imagine that a couple others have. So Angela, talk to us about the mind-body connection. Because you're both a mental health counselor and a master trainer, which is a very unique combination.
Thank you.
Why is it impossible to talk about healthy weight without talking about our mental health?
Well, it's so funny. One of the things I recognized as a trainer many, many years ago, and I had a full studio that I opened up in 2008. And one of the things I recognized as I was training clients, many of the times when they would say or express gratitude for the results that they were getting,
Yes.
they would say, not thank you for losing weight, but they would say, thank you for helping me during that very difficult time in my life. Thank you for helping me deal with the stresses of my life.
Yes.
And one of the things that I recognize is that when you exercise, when you take better care of yourself, you're better able to deal with anything that life presents you. I always say when you're strong and stable, it's funny because there's a principle in performance enhancement, which a lot of people don't know. In order to exert force in any range of motion, you need to be stable first.
Absolutely. Yes.
And so ironically, as I was training clients to be stable so that they're able to exert force,
Yes.
I'm also stabilizing their mind so that they're able to move powerfully in significant areas of their life.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that, Angela. And that, range of motion, of course, we do that when we look at physical therapy for a lot of our homebound folks out there. Coming off the holidays, there might have been some emotional eating, right? So emotional eating as a reality. So many people struggle with emotional eating from time to time. They may use food to cope with stress. What's actually happening in folks' minds? And how do we begin to break the cycle of emotional eating?
Yeah, well, oftentimes we gravitate to the foods that have brought us joy in the past.
That's right. Come on, fried green tomatoes. Let's go.
Yeah, and
Yep.
when we associate certain types of food with happier times when you're feeling sad, you often would gravitate to those foods that gave you peace and joy. I actually am not a fan of diets. I'm a big fan of healthy eating that you maintain all the time with occasional scheduled splurges.
There we go.
And so if you eat healthy all the time and then you occasionally schedule in those splurges, you're less likely to, when you're feeling a certain emotion, to try to feel that emotion with food.
Absolutely. For sure. I like it. Many viewers, to your point, about not liking diets, many viewers have tried every diet, right? and feel like the failure or failures, what do you want them to understand about the relationship between, hey, your weight and self-worth?
hmm Well, it's funny because one of the things I've recognized is whenever you're overwhelmed, whenever you're overweight, let me
Yes.
correct that,
Uh-huh.
you typically are overwhelmed,
Mm. Mm.
emotionally,
Yes.
and it's your weight is an indication of what's going on internally.
Got it.
Yeah. And so if you're able to have someone help you kind of process your emotions, help you gain a better understanding of why you feel a certain way and why you choose to eat to address the negative emotions that you're experiencing, a lot of times then you can really take the necessary steps to over time in a healthy way decrease weight and get to a healthy weight. And then with the self-worth, I find that when you value yourself,
Mhm.
you
Mhm.
know, you will, I would say, make a commitment to doing the things that basically, and I try to think how to say this. When you love yourself, you will do the things that are necessary to keep yourself healthy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
if
Yes.
there's some things in your life that's making you feel less worthy, you're less
Hmm.
likely to demand and schedule out the time that you need to take care of yourself.
Truly,
hmm
have kind of put yourself off, and we know a lot of our caregivers out there that are not only taking care of a loved one, but they have to, of course, take care of themselves,
hmm
in the process. Angela, think about this one. So small shifts and big impact. So a person says, "Hey, I got this weight loss goal, or I'm working on this, feeling better about myself, or loving myself more." Not everyone can get to a gym,
hmm
and do this overhaul, right? Or bring in really expensive equipment overnight, right? What are realistic, sustainable changes someone can start? Because we like to start where we are. What can folks do to start this week, especially if they have like limited mobility or in some cases limited economic resources?
hmm Um, well, it's really interesting because a lot of times when we think about weights, we feel like we have to have a lot of special equipment in order to exercise. And ironically, as I was talking to you this morning, I shared with you that I did a class this morning. And that class was actually an online boot camp where we used, for many years, we didn't even use any weights. It was all calisthenics. It was all
Yep.
body weight exercises. It's movement that you can do in your living room.
Uh huh.
Yeah. But for those people who have limited mobility, if you think about the things that you do typically each and every day, you have to sit down, you have to get up if you can,
Sure do.
right?
Yes.
If you are unable to get up and say, stand up and then sit back down, there are exercises, chair exercise you can do with tubes and bands. There are little everyday
Yeah.
items that you have throughout your house, which it can be
Yeah.
used as a weight. You really don't have to have a lot of special equipment to exercise.
Definitely.
My thing is, though, whatever you can do,
Yes.
whenever you can do it, commit to it. So if it's 2 minutes, if it's 5 minutes, and it's kind of scheduled in throughout the day between meetings or between activities that you're doing, you can get in the work.
Absolutely, Angela. And we like to say, hey, the next decision that's in front of you, just try to make that a better decision. So if
hmm
you're inconsistent, day two or day three, well, there's day four, there's
Yeah.
Thursday, and what are we snacking on? What are we eating Thursday? Did we get up and, walk around and stretch, right?
hmm
Now, Angela, for the caregivers, all right, many of our viewers are caring for their aging loved ones,
hmm
and then they put themselves last. What's your advice to the caregiver who says, I just don't have time. I just don't have time to focus on my own health?
hmm
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting. I said this to someone actually yesterday. We were talking about vessels, and we were talking about from a spiritual, like a scripture as it
For
relates
sure.
to vessels. And one of the things that I was saying is that you cannot fill other people's vessels from an empty vessel,
Oh, there we go.
you
Yep,
know?
absolutely.
And so you really have a responsibility to take care of yourself so that you can care for others.
Yes.
Because truly, if you are empty, if you are unhealthy, how can you fill someone else's vessel and how can you support someone when you're at a weakened state?
Difficult, very difficult to do.
Yeah, very
Really.
difficult. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I do understand that for many people it can be challenging. It can seem overwhelming to make significant lifestyle changes. But if you have the mindset when you wake up in the morning that I want to be a healthier version of myself today, and you look for ways to be healthier, to eat healthier, to move more, over time you'll become a healthier version of yourself.
And I love what you said about overtime. It's not
Yeah.
overnight, it's just continuous. Okay. And just we have a little more time before our first commercial here.
Yeah.
So I got a wild card for you.
Okay.
Okay. Granted that it is this healthy weight week, this whole concept of BMI.
Mhm.
I've been stuck at a buck 95, and my BMI is supposed to be 168.
Yeah.
Don't see it.
Yeah.
But I talked to my primary care physician. He says I'm okay.
Yeah.
How much how much weight should folks literally, no pun intended, how much weight should people give to BMI?
It's I'm actually not a fan
Okay.
of that.
Yes.
Because like for instance, like I look really really thin. Like
Yeah.
I really but I am all muscle.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Okay.
And so a lot of times when people look at me, they're like, "Oh, you must weigh like 105." I weigh 135 pounds.
Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so someone, yeah. And if you look at the scale, it may say that maybe
Yeah.
overweight or something. Definitely not, right? Um, and ironically, I see if you're eating well,
Yes.
if you're
I'm
exercising,
trying. Amen.
if you're taking good care of yourself,
Uh-huh.
if you're reducing stress,
Yes.
you know, uh, you'll be a healthier version of yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Absolutely. So there we go. So the whole BMI thing, don't give it too much stress, but consider, hey, healthier lifestyle, eating, etc. Right? Eating.
And go based on what you look like.
Yeah,
And
that's
what
right.
how you feel in your clothes. Buy a it's so funny because sometimes it when someone's gaining weight, they'll keep increasing the size of their clothes.
That's right. That's it. That's it. There we go.
Yeah. So really think about like what do I want? What's a healthy weight for me, and what do I need to do to obtain that?
Absolutely. Very good. That is sound advice. I'll try to stay in the 44 jacket and not go up to 46 or 48. Like, ugh. Not
Don't
gonna,
blame the dry cleaners on shrinking your clothes.
that part, Angela. Well, Angela, it is a pleasure having you on the show as usual.
Always.
Yes. Um, a Meridian moment. So, our sponsor, Meridian Health Plan in Michigan, has a Meridian moment. When considering an emergency, right, whether to go to ER or urgent care, let's reserve urgent care for minor issues. But in the event that there is a health emergency, go to the ER, make the right decision. We'll be back. On our closing screen of the Home Healthcare Today show, you see our sponsors. The Home Healthcare Today show is sponsored by Meridian Health Plan in Michigan. Meridian in Michigan is our state's largest Medicaid HMO. Care above all else. Hello, Westland. This is Dr. Cleamon Moorer with some very exciting news. On January 19th at 9 o'clock a.m., the city of Westland will host its annual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. celebration. Doors open at 9 a.m. It's free admission. I will be delivering the keynote address, so I look forward to seeing all of you. Please come out and celebrate the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Once again, January 19th at 9 a.m. Welcome back to the Home Healthcare Today show. I'm your host, Dr. Cleamon Moorer. So in the first half of today's episode, we had the delight of speaking with Angela T. Moore. The topic is still the same. It's still National Healthy Weight Week. The guest for the second segment is yours truly, Dr. Angela Harden-Mack. Dr. Mack is a trailblazer in holistic wellness and women's empowerment, dedicated to helping high-performing career women reclaim vibrant health, resilience, and work-life harmony. She is an accomplished women's wellness coach, international speaker, and best-selling author whose transformative work is redefining strength, success, and well-being for today's professional woman. As CEO of Live Great Liv's holistic wellness coaching. Dr. Angela blends modern medicine, timeless holistic therapies, and the essence of feminine energy to deliver personalized wellness solutions that support multi-dimensional thriving. With a rich medical background spanning as a primary care, inpatient and outpatient physician, at federally qualified health centers, home based visiting physician services, and specialty care as an obesity medicine physician. She brings a comprehensive and compassionate perspective to whole person well being. Spotlighted in print and broadcast media, and crowned Miss Michigan Corporate America 2025. Congratulations, Dr. Mack. And third runner up, National MCA 2025. Dr. Angela champions a powerful movement inspiring women to live, love, and lead with wholeness, confidence, and purpose.
Yes.
Dr. Mack, welcome to the Home Health Care Today show.
Doc, I am super excited to be here. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. So we had a couple of jokes in our first segment about like body mass index and BMI and all of that. Let's dive into something a little more deeper, right? How do you define holistic wellness? You know, if people need strategies to live more vibrantly, and if people are unfamiliar with that term, shine a little light on it for folks.
Absolutely. It's easy to remember holistic as whole person, body, your mind, and your spirit. And when you think whole, holistic, you're right there.
Right? So mind, body, and spirit.
Yes.
Now, the busy professional, that's somewhat of a dilemma, right? Because the busy professional, your mind is going 24/7, and you're probably even thinking about how I'm not paying that much attention to my overall wellness. Raising kids, sandwich generation, you know, being a good life partner and the like. How do you balance that dilemma as a working professional?
Yes, and that is common for a lot of people, men and women. And I encourage people to start with this concept of white space or margin.
Okay.
Many people, from the time they wake up and feet hit the floor, going, and then at night, it's like no space in the day. You got to get some margin. Think 5 to thrive. You start with 5 minutes.
I'm writing it down.
Sometimes 10 or 15. But if your day is already packed, 5 minutes to thrive. It could be just doing nothing. It could be that you get away and you're alone. It could be that breath work. There are different ways that you can breathe. And science tells us that the physiologic side, some other things, they work because they can help to bring that intensity level down and relax us.
Oh, so some meditation, just kind of walking it out.
Yes.
Some stress management.
Absolutely.
Okay, Doc. Now, on the medical side of things, as you know, our audience are individuals that are homebound, but not just homebound. We bring health and wellness topics into homes. Right?
Yes.
400,000 homes here in Southeast Michigan. With that being said, some folks battle or struggle with chronic disease.
Yes.
Whether it's individually or for someone that they're responsible for caring for. How does weight and chronic disease correlate? And how can we manage the two?
There is a connection.
Yes.
When your weight is increased, it will increase what you experience, whether it's diabetes, high blood pressure, acid reflux. It can put you at increased risk for sleep apnea, joint pains.
Yes.
So having a goal to have a healthier weight. Notice I didn't say you had to be a certain weight. You didn't have to lose 50 pounds.
Okay, now I was going to get concerned because they say my BMI is getting up there. But
healthier. We start with that. So wherever you are, then you want to start with your numbers. Get to know your numbers. Your doctor will tell you, what are your blood pressure numbers? What's your sugar or glucose? If you're looking at your cholesterol numbers. So wherever you are, then losing that 5% is very important to begin to make that shift to be healthier. And with a healthier weight, important for the main ones, diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, acid reflux, and a couple others.
I gotcha. Okay. And then I guess rest. Does rest still play a major part?
Yes.
All right. Now, with some folks that are struggling with, chronic disease, as we stay on that topic, for the people that have chronic pain, rest seems to be a challenge as well as mobility to
Mhm.
an extent. Any suggestions or advice for those individuals?
Chronic pain is one that it's not an easy condition to treat. We have learned so much within the last couple of decades that new onset pain is different because we can treat it with medicines and you get relief.
Yes.
But with chronic pain, the body has remodeled some things and different types of medicines are needed. That's where the what I like to call the holistic therapies come in because modern medicine is great. I love it. I'm a scientist. I like the knowing what's next.
Yes.
Holistic therapies help us to look at that interdependence and connection with body, mind, and spirit. So it may be the pain medicine injections plus meditation, mindfulness, stress management. What about people who say, Doc, I want to have my faith play a part? People are going to
Yes.
prayer more.
This is true.
And I tell people that I believe that every individual, there's a plan of healing,
Amen.
wherever it comes from, but the specific parts of that plan. So some people say, Doc, I pray with people
Yes.
in their exam rooms, in their homes. We've talked about scripture. You are the Lord thy God who heals me, or I will keep my mind in perfect peace. We have talked about nature, how you can look out and see the sun or look at the sunrise. So there are a number of things that can be helpful. And especially people at home, chronic pain, it will often require more than one therapy or aid to treat.
Wonderful, Doc. Thank you for that. Doc, we got a couple more, and this is an impactful, definitely impactful episode for sure. Caregiver burnout in health. How do we manage it? Doc, if you had a couple minutes just to shoot that one out for us.
Burnout, there is a condition and there's a medical definition. So many times I think we use these the same exhaustion or being just wiped out versus what we describe in medicine's burnout. But I want to shift the narrative and let's talk about exhaustion because that's real. People can easily identify with that. It's not where you're fatigued or not tired. You can get a good night's rest and be replenished. But when you're exhausted,
Yes.
physically, mentally, and emotionally, that's when you feel that burnout.
Sure do.
So being able to tap into respite, being able to tap into resources, and hopefully before you get to that stage of burnout or exhaustion.
All right, Doc. Okay. So we're having a great time here.
Okay.
All right. And we, between, Angela C. Moore and now you, Dr. Angela, we got a lot of helpful information. What would be the one thing that a person could do to improve their health outcomes as related to healthy weight management?
Nutrition is key.
Yes.
What you eat, and I would say I often teach add before you subtract.
Okay.
Add vegetables. If you don't think you're getting adequate number of servings, add more vegetables, add more fruits, add more water, add more fiber. The more you add what's healthy and beneficial, it crowds some of the other things out. It helps you feel good, you feel confident. So add before you subtract.
Add before you subtract. All right, I like it. But add the good stuff.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Just need to clarify because I could add a whole lot of pecan pie. I could do it. So, but I'm glad that you specified. Add.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. So grateful for our sponsor, Meridian. Meridian offers so many benefits to its members. Steps on how to live, a healthier lifestyle, along with those resources, because you mentioned like adding vegetables. So it's good to be able to reach out to the various farmers markets and where there's fresh fruit, fresh produce, and the like. So we're going to take that add as opposed to subtracting, but subtract some of the bad stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Some of the bad stuff, I want to let it go, but it's a new year. We brought in celebratory beverages into the new year. We brought in perhaps some of the tobacco products into the new year as we celebrated. Any impact of perhaps alcohol as well as tobacco products on healthy weight management?
Yes. Alcohol, empty calories. So when we talk about healthy weight, adding one of the easier ways to help individuals, I say, look at your liquid calories. If what you're drinking is not a protein drink, if it's not broth, if it's not soup, those are calories that you can decrease. So if you're drinking a pop, if you're drinking a lot of cafes, if you're drinking alcoholic beverages, begin to take one serving away.
Okay.
If you
subtract.
are subtract. If you are smoking, smoking for many people will decrease appetite. So here's one of those tricky things. You quit smoking, And many people may gain weight, maybe 5, 10 pounds, sometimes more. And I've had people say, well, Doc, you know what? I know you said quit smoking, but what about this weight gain? And I say, whatever decisions, it's a personal thing.
Yes.
But I can tell you your health benefits when you quit smoking, talking about cancer risk and
Yes.
some other things, it's going to be important.
Absolutely.
But let's talk about it. So let's find out ways that can help you identify the priorities for you.
Absolutely, Doctor. Doctor, this is an educational show, educational content, right?
Yes.
Bonus. Bonus question,
Okay.
bonus insertion here. Medication.
Okay.
Medication as a means for weight loss for some, and then some find themselves on medication that leads to weight gain. If you give me a minute on that, we'll be greatly appreciative.
Yes.
Entire listening audience.
There are some medications that cause weight gain, absolutely. Sometimes it's that balancing act. What is the benefit of that medication? Sometimes we need that.
Yes.
We can't subtract
Right.
or eliminate that weight gain, but maybe we can manage it. Maybe we can minimize it or slow it down. And as a specialist, I work with people with that. The second thing for weight loss medications, as a specialist, we know that medications are beneficial. So a medication is one of the 5 therapies for weight loss and weight maintenance. We use the same therapeutic approach, meaning how is this going to treat someone, that we do, whether it's a diabetes medicine, whether it's a vitamin. So it's not that everybody is going to need it. What are your goals? What led to the weight gain? How is this medication helpful? And then we go through our prescribing profile, right?
Yes.
Age, do we have to reduce it? Is this best for you? So when an individual is appropriate or the medication is appropriate, I've seen some phenomenal results, the pills and the injections. So we go through, and as doctors, right, this is the same thing we do with other medications. They are phenomenal. Right way, with the guidance and a part of a comprehensive plan, it's cool. It's
There you
really
go.
good. Yes.
Dr. Angela Harden-Mack, this has certainly been my honor to have you as a guest on the Home Health Care Today show. We hope to have you back in subsequent episodes. You have given the audience a lot to think about, but not only things to think about in terms of thoughts, but some corrective action steps to better manage weight during this Healthy Weight Week episode. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So that's all, folks, from the Home Health Care Today show this week. Stay tuned for next week. Next week, we are exploring glaucoma and cataracts. This month is National Glaucoma Awareness Month. We'll see you soon.
Absolutely. Now, there are certain criteria,
Yes.
but everybody who's age 40 and above should be screened for glaucoma.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
And if you're black,
40 and above.
yes, that's for everybody.
Yes, sir.
If you're black and or have other risk factors, diabetes, high blood pressure, certain risk factors, then it should be even younger than 40.